In this video, we're going on a Hawaii Five-0 filming location tour, and we're gonna talk about how I fell in love with Oahu through television next on Jaycation. Hey, what's up, Jaycationers? Welcome back to another video here in the Oahu series. And today is a special video because we're going to talk about how myself and many people around the world fell in love with the idea of vacationing in Hawaii. And one of the biggest reasons I fell in love with Hawaii, not only is it a beautiful postcard picturesque place, but growing up I was a big fan of watching the new Hawaii Five-0 and Magnum PI shows on CBS, and all the B-roll and scenes that they filmed around Oahu and on the Hawaiian Islands just made me fall in love with this place and the idea of coming here. I didn't come to Oahu until 2016. That was my first ever trip here, and that was right when the show Hawaii Five-0 was airing. You know, Book 'em Dano with Steve McGarrett, Danny Williams. I loved that show, and I realized I spent 10 seasons every Friday night, 20 plus episode seasons minus strikes, watching the show Hawaii Five-0, and 4 seasons watching Magnum PI, and that was Friday nights at 9 o'clock. So I'd virtually be in Hawaii every Friday night for years, for almost more than a decade. And that's because of television shows and films. Today we're gonna be taking a Hawaii Five-0 film tour. We're gonna meet a cast member and also go to some of the prominent filming locations that the show has gone to. You've seen a few in the past here. Downtown Honolulu, H5O headquarters, you've seen that. But we're gonna be going to places like McGarrett's house and the Hawaii Film Studios. And right now there's a show that I'm hooked on that does film here in the North Shore of Oahu, and that is Rescue High Surf. That's one of my favorite shows. Shout out to everybody there. That's a great show, and it brings a lot of money into the local economy here and exposure to the North Shore and ocean safety workers. I'm really excited to talk to you guys about how I fell in love with this island by seeing it on television shows. Now, Hawaii has been the backdrop of many movies like Blue Hawaii with Elvis. That was back in the 1960s, I believe. Tons of other movies and TV shows in the past. I don't think I've seen a video like this yet, so it's gonna be really cool to see the filming locations of Hawaii Five-0 and just talk a little bit about TV and film on Oahu. So the Hawaii Five-0 tour will pick us up here from the Courtyard Marriott. They will swoop you up from any Waikiki hotel, or in my case, I'm at the Surf Jack, but they'll pick me up just across the street. So I just literally crossed the street and I'm here now. Make sure you get their confirmation email. See the pickup time, it says 9:50 for me. So I got here a little early to make sure. If you do want to do this lunch at McGarrett's tour, it's ran by Secret Tours Hawaii. Use the promo code Jaycation10 to get 10% off. They pick you up in this passenger bus right here, and the first stop of the day is the Diamond Head Lookout, and Dano has done scenes over here. Really nice lookout. You can see the waves out here, you can see the surfers down the way, and you can take your pictures just like Dano did. Detective Danny Williams. Shout out to Scott Kahn of the prominent Kahn family, very famous actors. He did a great job portraying Danny Williams for 10 plus years on Hawaii Five-0. The term Book 'em Dano came from the original McGarrett, Jack Lord, I believe. Alex O'Loughlin, he revived it, the Book 'em Dano. Alex O'Loughlin is also a great actor from Australia. He got rid of his Australian accent and had to do an American accent, and Australians and New Zealanders do really good job with their American accents. You can't even tell unless you hear interviews of Alex O'Loughlin and how he talks in real life.
I don't know why they decided to pick that beach, but we had to carry everything going down the hill. So I think we got it down over there, but it's very steep and we had to, you know, like use rope, but it's very, very steep. There is no going around. It's like straight down. I think that other lookout has a way to go down.
How many years did you work on the set?
10 years.
10 years?
10
so
years
all 10 seasons from the whole start to finish, huh?
From the beginning. So we started at the Honolulu Advertiser for like 4 years, moved to Diamond Head for the last 6.
Oh, wow. So you got to know a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people.
This is Eric. He's our tour guide for the day. He worked on the set for 10 years.
10 years. 1 year Magnum, 3 years NCIS.
Oh, nice. Magnum PI as well. Shout out to Jay Hernandez.
Yeah.
So this is McGarrett's garage where he kept that toolbox where he had all the secret stuff of his father. And I think at one point there was a explosive planted in it in one of the seasons. So that's really cool to see Steve McGarrett going into his garage. And you'd see a lot of exterior shots of the front yard and him meeting his girlfriend Michelle Borth.
Bear Estate. Yeah.
The Bear Estate. Yeah, a lot of great exterior shots from here. And a lot of scenes from inside, in the back, and in the front. Hey guys, how's it going?
How's everybody?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. JJ.
I'm Sean.
Nice to meet you. How you doing? Hi, JJ. Big fan of yours. That's my guy, Duke. We're now in McGarrett's backyard, and it's cool. We met cousin Flippa and Duke from HPD. He's one of my favorites on the show, so that was a nice surprise.
We are guests here of the Mirkatani family, and they're
Right.
kind enough to let us in their home. And so, number one, we respect that, you know, and respect this wonderful place. You know, this is iconic, right?
All right. Hey, Sean, how's it going?
I'm doing good. What's your name?
I'm JJ.
I'm JJ. I'm JJ. You're Sean. I'm
Yeah,
Sean. You're
I'm
JJ.
Sean, you're JJ.
How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, man.
Right on. Right on.
Enjoyed your role in the show.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Actually, it was pretty easy because I wake up and just be
Just
dumb,
hang out, huh?
just be hilarious. So I can't help it.
You were cousin Flippa, right?
cousin Flipper to Comic Con.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah, man.
Taylor, huh?
Yeah, Taylor Wiley. You know, what you see on TV is what you saw off TV. He was such an awesome dude. Whenever I see him, I say, "What's up, cuz? How you doing?" He'd be like, "Oh, brother, what's going on, cuz?" All right. He was always that kind of guy.
I like the impersonation. That was
And when you hang out with
spot on,
somebody
huh?
for 7 years, you know, it's you end up being just like him.
You know, I have a 1 degree of separation with Taylor.
Oh, you do?
Manti Te'o. I used to work with him in San Diego when he was a
cool.
linebacker for the Chargers.
Yes, and then you know, for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, right? Awesome.
Nice guy. Great guy.
Super nice guy. Super positive. Much aloha. So much aloha he has.
Still doing some acting, or are
Haven't
you
been
just
doing
hanging?
haven't been doing acting. I did like a commercial like months ago, and then now I just I've been just playing gigs and playing music. So if I'm not acting, I'm always falling back on the music. So I always have that to do and pay the bills. So
Nice.
if they ever need a handsome Hawaiian man, then you can give me a call and I'll be right there, brother.
You're actually a good singer. Right?
I do my best. I pay the bills.
You
So,
play on the ukulele, right?
Yeah, ukulele. I play that a little bit, just enough to get on TV. But I know more guitar than
Nice.
ukulele. But yeah, I'd rather play guitar than ukulele.
What's a favorite memory of yours?
Oh, let me see. Favorite memory? Probably just being on the show, being casted as Flippo. Like I never thought that I would be on TV or be an actor or whatever. So I kind of fell into it. I'm like, sure, I'll do this, you know.
Nice,
and
man.
then after 7 years, it's just like, wow, I did something pretty cool. And now I have my foot in the door. And like I said, if they ever need a big Hawaiian guy, I'm there.
What part of Oahu you live in?
I live in Mililani, which is central Oahu.
Oh, nice.
Mililani, and then Wahiwa, then North Shore. So I live right smack dab in the middle of the island.
Well, I appreciate you, man. Nice to meet you.
Aloha.
All right, Sean.
Take care.
There's Steve McGarrett and Danny Williams. Not in the flesh, in the cardboard. That's cool, though, that they have that. All right, Jaycationers, I'm here with Dennis. He played Duke.
Yes.
You are one of the most beloved characters on Hawaii Five-0, so watching you every Friday for 10 years was one of my favorite things to see whenever you're on screen.
Well, it was a privilege to play Duke. I tried to make sure that people understood he had a heart, he had aloha. He tried to do what was right all the time. But most of all, I wanted to show respect to all the men and women who wear the badge every day and put their lives on the line for us, because to me it's important that they be represented the right way. Most of all, I wanted to make sure that the fans knew how much we appreciated them, because they made every show special for us.
And it really did show on screen, especially when you'd have your scenes with McGarrett and you'd be put in tight situations. You did show the heart and the love and the aloha. What are some memories from the show that you still take with you till this day?
Well, there's, first of all, just the memories of working with some beautiful people. Alex and Scott and Daniel and the whole cast and crew was so special. It was feeling that aloha, because the aloha that showed on the screen was actually what we felt for each other. And just certain scenes, like the scene where McGarrett and I were talking, in that gun scene where Duke had been shot many years before. And just being able to have that moment, which was an intimate moment between McGarrett and Duke, where I got to say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. It was very special. And then, as you know, Duke had a wife, and that was in my real life my significant other.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So having played that scene with her, when Daniel walks across with the towel, was really special. And just being on set, Hawaii Five-0, my connection with the original, with my father being the original Chin-Ho Kelly in the original show, was just very special. But most of all, I just want to say to all the fans, thank you, because you made it special. You are what we do it for. And to know that we were able to give you some enjoyment and some happiness and share some aloha, that means the world to all of us that work with 5-0.
And you really did. Me and my parents watched you for a decade, and every time you'd be on screen, we'd light up. I still remember your episode. Was it Duke's granddaughter got kidnapped?
Yes.
And you had to find her, obviously. And
show another side of Duke that you never saw, where his family was threatened. He would defend them. He would do everything to protect them.
And your acting chops really showed in that episode, but every episode. So,
well, thank you.
Thanks for taking a couple of minutes, and mahalo.
And to all of you out there, thank you for 10 amazing years of supporting us. You make a difference for us, and keep spreading the aloha. For as long as you spread aloha, 5-0 will never die.
Much love. Thank you.
Thank you.
A bucket list of mine has always been to hang out here with McGarrett or Dano, but even better, we got Duke and Flippa, just as good. But I've always wanted to sit in these chairs right here and have a longboard and look out at the water, because a lot of great things happened here. One of my favorite shows of all time. Here is the beach access area. Take a look. This is the backyard area. Awesome. And we're going to have lunch with them. So part of the tour here is you get to have lunch, and they have sandwiches catered.
Lots of meetings. Sometimes the meetings would be in LA, Oahu. They have different meetings. They have 9 writers. A couple of writers would be here. Most of the writers are in the mainland. And then 14 days for them to argue about who's going to get what put in this bin. Then we would scout 15 to 20 locations.
This is the McGarrett living room. So this is the living room where you would see McGarrett hang out with his girlfriend Catherine Rollins, or even Dano would crash the night here if he's needing a place to stay. A lot of bickering between Dano and McGarrett over here. This is the kitchen area right here. As a YouTuber, I do understand how hard it is to edit, and wow, they have a production team that produced these episodes. There's 14 and 16 days to edit. You got the music score, the sound mix, sound effects, color time, visual effects, voiceovers for a 42-minute show and 20 plus episodes a season, over 10 seasons. That's difficult, but hey, they got a $2 million budget. A portion of the proceeds from the tour actually go to Conservation Dogs of Hawaii, so it's really going to a good cause here. This place is actually owned by private residents, so we are not going to show any address or tell you the exact area this is in, and it's only accessible through the Lunch at McGarrett's tour. So if you ever want to visit it, you can't do it on your own. You have to sign up for the Lunch at McGarrett's tour. I'll link it down below. That was a really nice lunch here at the McGarrett household. Really cool meeting Dennis and Sean. Shout out to them. Make sure you check out Sean. He performs at the Embassy Suites in Waikiki. I'll leave his Instagram here down below. And like I said, Jaycation 10, save some money off the tour here, and we're gonna check out a few more locations before this tour ends. We made it over to the H5O headquarters of the show. I remember scenes being filmed here on the side of this parking lot. And there's King Kamehameha, was a prominent role in the opening credits of Hawaii Five-0. And also had a storyline of a fake statue that had a special treasure map in it. Across the way is the famous Iolani Palace. A lot of history went down in that building, the history of the 50th state of Hawaii. And there it is, King Kamehameha. I always try to come over to the King Kamehameha statue here in downtown Honolulu every time I visit, because it brings fond memories back of the show and seeing the opening credits. It was the first stop for me back in 2016 on my first ever trip here. I rented a car and came straight here because this is the landmark that I most identified with, was this statue and H5O headquarters. So I was super excited. It was one of my first few Jaycation videos ever. So it's a very memorable video, I remember that. I'll link it down below. I've seen a few episodes of the original Hawaii Five-0, and I didn't realize that Iolani Palace was actually used for the headquarters or different scenes versions of the original one, but this one was the exterior of H50 headquarters. They didn't film in the inside. They used a post office for that, but that's really cool to see the outside because this was every single opening credit. Final location spot is Kamakona's shrimp truck here at Hilton Hawaiian Village by the Rainbow Tower. The reason why they filmed here is because of the beautiful backdrop of Diamond Head and the water here on Waikiki. It looks a lot different. I think they put turf, tables over here, but there is a truck here. It's not a shrimp truck though. So if you watch the opening credits of the original H50, Jack Lord would be in one of the penthouses of the Ilikai, and that's one of the picturesque balconies. But this was Kamakono's shrimp truck, where they would end the episodes and kind of do a recap and get together, the H50 Special Units crew. Eric, our tour guide, was telling me that they would set it up right around here, the shrimp truck, and then use turf, and you'd get the nice Rainbow Tower here, and then the backdrop of Diamond Head right in the distance. Beautiful day today. Really great day to take this tour. They do tours Mondays and Wednesdays. One thing I haven't done yet is actually touch Hawaiian water yet on this trip, so why not? We're here at the Hilton Hawaiian Village Diamond Head Tower, and they do have a Hawaii 50 store here where you can pick up gear. And look at this, it's the 50 station. There it is. They even have I Love McGarrett mugs. Okay, I'm gonna have to get a few of these things. Look at that, an H50 police badge. Just got dropped off by my hotel. Great tour. Let's go upstairs and finish this off. We'll give you a little summary of the Lunch at McGarrett's tour. Shout out to Secret Hawaii Tours and Royalty Hawaii for taking me on this tour today. For your information, the tour is guesstimated to be from 9 to 1. So I would just say block out 9 to 2-ish to leave your hotel and get dropped off at your hotel. They do these Lunch at McGarrett tours Mondays and Wednesdays. Make sure you check out their schedule and book on their website. I'll link it down below, and remember to use Jaycation 10 to save some money. Tomorrow. For us Magnum PI fans, we had to do the La Mariana restaurant and bar. Of course, we got to fit it into this video. Shout out to Rick, Magnum, Higgy. They actually didn't film at this La Mariana. They actually used the studio for that over at the Hawaii Studios, which we passed by. This is what it's based on though. So when you go inside, it looks a lot like La Mariana would on screen on the new Magnum PI. And you guys know I have the Tom Selleck stash going right now. Shout out to the OG Magnum PI, Tom Selleck. You know, Rick owns this in the show, of course. Oh wow, they even have La Mariana stuff in there. I love the ceiling and the lamps up top. You got the aquarium over here and the bar. They even have a stage over that way, and the docks are outside. All right, so we're here at the La Mariana Sailing Club drinking a longboard. After a long day around Hawaii, that was a really cool Hawaii 50 tour, but I also got to show love to Magnum PI. That's actually the one show I wish kept going, because there's only 5 seasons. I wish it had at least 8 or 9. It was a good show and the actors were great too. I'm loving the docks out here. Really nice ambiance. Really cool setting here at the La Mariana. And now it's time to go. Shout out to my server Camille, she was great. She reminded me a lot of Vanessa Hudgens' sister, Stella Hudgens. Had a couple of longboards, and now we're good to go. Yeah, shout out to the new Magnum PI show. I wish it was still going. La Mariana, it's awesome. Ooh, a little shopping haul. We ended up getting Jaycation Hawaii 50 hat. Of course, one to add to my magnet collection right here. You got the H50 right here. I had to get myself, I don't have a Hawaii 50 shirt yet, so I had to get myself a Hawaii 50 shirt. Love it. And we got Momcation a nice Aloha bag with the hula boy and the hula girl. All right, made it back to the hotel up in the penthouse. The Lunch with McGarrett's tour was awesome. You get picked up near your hotel. They'll grab you and take you up to Diamond Head to the lookout where Danny Williams was hanging out, and then they'll drive you over to an undisclosed location of McGarrett's house. Now, this is a private residence and there are actually people living there, so do not go there on your own. That's why we're gonna keep it private as the address. But if you do wanna check it out, you can come on the tour Mondays and Wednesdays, use the promo code Jaycation10, and you can see it for yourself and possibly even meet some actors from the show like Flippa, Sean, and Dennis, who played Lieutenant Duke. So the reason why I fell in love with Hawaii was because of these television shows. I grew up watching Hawaii Five-0, Magnum PI, even Lost, where it was filmed in Kualoa. Spending Friday nights with shows like this really to wanting to visit Hawaii, and in 2016 I finally got to come here, and now I'm fortunate enough to cover it on my YouTube channel. New shows that are out: NCIS Hawaii with Vanessa Lachey, that's a good show, as well as Rescue High Surf. I've been binge watching that on Hulu. It's in its first season and it takes place all over the North Shore. You should check it out. One of the former actors from Hawaii Five-0, Ian Anthony Dale, is actually on that show as a firefighter, and he plays a love interest to one of the main characters. So yeah, Hawaii for me was my version of Hollywood. I live 2 hours from Hollywood, so I've seen it my whole life, but I was 6-hour plane flight away from Honolulu, never seen it until 2016 in person, and now we're going here once or twice every year to cover it for you guys. So make sure you check it out. It's called Lunch at McGarrett's Secret Hawaii Tours. Shout out to Royal Hawaii as well for hosting us in this video. I'm gonna finish this off with a bikini blonde lager. If you want to book the tour, I'll leave the link in the description box below. Use the promo code Jaycation10. Cheers to y'alls. Mahalo for watching, and until the next one, stay traveling. Hawaii. Mahalos!